Welcome, Cancer. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your fourth quarter reading, October, November, and December, the rest of 2025. This is a predictive reading. I don't usually do predictive readings, and I'm going to try to move quickly to help you identify themes, if there are any, for the rest of this year. Your overall energy is the Five of Pentacles, which is describing, or what I'm hearing is, there is a change in something that you've been doing, releasing yourself from a familiar community. Perhaps there has been a regime of healing that hasn't been working, and you are acknowledging that something isn't working and you need to find support elsewhere. There's a really heavy sense around this card that there are those who can help you, but you would be loath to ask for that support, or perhaps they have been asked and are rejecting your request in some way that stirs your pride, so that you'd rather be damned than to submit to the conditions of that support. This card is telling me that these others have plenty to give, but you cannot allow yourself to participate in the conditioning of this assistance, whatever that might be. Underneath the deck is the Chariot card, showing me that you are at base coming to some sense of self-acceptance, and that includes a limitation. It can be a physical limitation, particularly as the Chariot tends to describe mobility, and there may be something challenged in your ability to move freely in your body. This is something that you are accepting that in no way limits your ability to move swiftly towards a goal. In fact, I feel a sense of concentration of energy as the result of perhaps a physical limitation or an obstacle that you have to push against. The Oracle, Crystal Oracle card I pulled is the Malachite, and the keyword is healing. I am a healing machine manifesting miracles. It's interesting because it is true that the obstacles you're facing are not new to you. They feel as though they're a result of family of origin, early conditioning, or coming of age conditions or restrictions that you experienced. And so this sense of healing is not only the necessity of achieving something, but of releasing yourself from what you know to be an unhealthy dynamic. This can be unhealthy family relationships, as an example. In October, the High Priestess. This feels like this is bearing directly on your ability to course correct or move forward with the information that is highly relevant to you. And this is only confirming how personal this is, that this really is about your life now, your life in the past, and your possible life moving forward. The knowledge you've accumulated is the ground on which you stand your authentic self, so that you are in a position to know the best way to move forward for you, but you're not sharing it with just anyone. You understand that you're actually reclaiming your rightful position, particularly vis-a-vis a particular group. This may be a position you held at one time, given your family as an example, that you have retreated from out of necessity, but that you are returning to based on long-time experience and the inability of others to change as you felt you were changing. You feel you are changing. In November, the Hanged One. This is describing a beautiful time in November for you to pause as a result, perhaps, of this challenge you're experiencing. this break in a healing cycle or a medical treatment or a physical condition. Those are only examples. Your life conditions are unique to you. I can't possibly surmise them in a general reading, but you are taking a pause, understanding that in order to move forward on this more independent path as part of reclaiming your own power and authority, you must alter your perspective. You must be able to see from a higher perspective what is best. In other words, if others are in your care, are you making decisions for them based on your needs alone? That can be an example of a condition you may be facing in November. Whatever it is, it does feel like you may be taking an alternative approach. You may be looking at the way others or alternatives to the possible healing regime, health remedies, conditions for support that you previously had not been willing to entertain. You're allowing your radar, your intuition that allows you to intuit what is best for you, what is truly in alignment with you, to work beyond the actual situation that has you feeling stressed to the max, concerned about your material welfare, even perhaps how you're going to pay for something. So you're really stepping back from that and recognizing that you may be framing the situation in too limited a way. In December, the Star card. Lovely. This is healing. This is absolutely an opportunity for you to experience healing for yourself, for a loved one, but also in the process of standing your own ground, of knowing and internalizing what is best for you. You have healed others in the process, particularly this group, this family unit, this collective in the community. Your ability to look at the whole picture, to engage in remedies that work for you or solutions that are uniquely suited to your situation. You have restored hope for those who rely on you, those who look to you, despite their unwillingness to help you. Your methods, your ability to stand in hope, in faith in yourself, in faith in your ability to sacrifice your immediate needs for the well-being of others, is inspiring others greatly. If this reading is resonating to you at this time, please like this video. Please subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot, knowing that I truly appreciate all the ways that you do support me, whatever they are. So thank you in advance for that. The Hanged Man, the High Priestess in October is clarified by the Seven of Swords and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah. There are a lot of people that want to claim credit for what you have built for yourself. And this feels increasingly, as it so often does, Cancer, like a family situation. It could be about work. This can be a competitive environment in your work space. This can be something you've successfully created through the collective work of your team that is being discredited, or that others are seeking to claim credit for themselves and essentially disappear your effort. So this is about being hidden in the wings, perhaps allowing yourself to stay hidden in the wings, allowing yourself to observe what others do when they think you're not looking or when they think you don't care. A way of claiming your rewards, your recognition, your abundance, and a way of denying or skewering perhaps this abundant sharing community that you idealize as being not only better for you and your loved ones, but better for the world. This is uplifting the power of your efforts, your words, your influence, which is quite large here. And I actually see you gaining some recognition, some public or community recognition for your effort in some way. In November, that Hanged One is clarified by the Nine of Swords and the Two of Cups. So this is really about the ability to accept the many lessons, the many hardships that you have experienced undoubtedly through a group of friends, through a team, quite likely through family members or people that are very close to you. It isn't simply the relationships as it is your own habits, perception, self-expectations, the illusions that attach themselves to what you believed were deep connection. So you've released these illusions. You've recognized that what you believed was important or the regard you believed others held you in because of your desire for their love or approval or support actually has been shifted through this much stronger relationship you've developed with yourself, and I would say for many of you, hence a significant partner. This is perhaps re-engaging with a romantic partner or a spouse, or recognizing that you and spouse have a stronger possibility of success in love and business, in work and health. So I feel like there's some deep connection occurring for you in November that can be honoring a long-standing relationship or perhaps a new one. But I don't feel that you are switching partners or anything like that. This feels more attached to the way that you are serving or helping, assisting someone. This can be you caretaking someone else and allowing your efforts and theirs to shift that relationship, to deepen it, to help you as you deepen your own relationship with yourself. Recognize the knowledge you have of self, but also the efforts that you make to communicate clearly your changing ideas, your changing values, opening you up to truths that had perhaps been buried underneath the need for approval. What others thought. In December, the Star card is clarified by the Strength card and the Two of Pentacles. This is lovely, as we in the Northern Hemisphere and much of the world so look forward to the end of the year, winter moss season, as a time of not only hope, but true healing through rest and restoration. And the Strength card is really showing that this is your jam. Healing, resting, going within, these are your personal strengths, Cancer, and your ability to reflect that back to others. So here, the Two of Pentacles is reflecting the Two of Cups. Part of your strength in relationship with those you're deeply connected to is your ability to reflect back to others, to listen to them, to simply absorb their energy and to allow what they are expressing to be mirrored back to them. So you have a way of mirroring the energy of others, but not passively, because I see you strongly standing up for those things that you don't believe are correct or are sustainable for you. What you do, your principles, your values are things that you've held true to for a very long time. You've sought to encourage those higher values in others. You've supported others. You've helped them despite your understanding that in many ways you are the strong one. for a reason. Your ability to persevere throughout changing times, to always be able to stand in what is right for you, is what is making and creating, as you live and breathe, a better world, a hope-filled world, a world that reflects back your incredible faith and belief in yourself. I'm going to finish up this reading, Cancer, with an oracle card, and the first one that popped up was Perseverance, as you saw. And this card reads, I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to, mirroring the beautiful energy of the Strength card and the Star card truly. I do believe that the Star card is about the hope that pulls us through those incredible dark nights of the soul. And socially, we can perhaps agree that we are experiencing such a time. Thank you, Cancer. If you enjoy this content, check out more content here. Thank you for your likes and subscribes. And until next time, namaste.